the College Strength Happy Hour at the Deadlift Bar podcast. Today, as you can probably tell, we have kind of a special episode. It's a little bit different than regular. We are featuring Mr. Ben Ghaly. Say hello.
Hello. Hey guys.
He doesn't do stuff like this ever, so he's a little bit new to it all. Um, so how's life been? You just made a pretty big transition, moving down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it's chill. It's hot outside, so I don't go out outside too much.
Yeah, that's it's not
Just
like
sweat whenever you
completely
step
different.
outside.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just I think the most difficult part for you is just like with your upcoming dental studies and then like going to the gym as well. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough because you're in class from like 8 to 5,
Yeah.
and so you have to get up really early if you want to go in the morning. But if you go in the afternoon, you're kind of risking being exhausted from classes and everything. So
Mm.
it's tough.
Yeah, I feel that, dude.
So
It's kind of
we'll see
different.
what
Like I
happens.
didn't realize how intensive the program was until you told me. Like, for example, I'm like kind of freaking out because I'm taking like 19 credits in the fall, and for most people, like they're in undergrad, that's like a lot. But you're taking what, like 30 credits?
Yeah, 32. And another thing I
Insane.
realized is like I took 18 my last semester at USF, but like six of those were like easy classes, like
True.
public health class and like a geography class. But like this 32 are like all like science,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lab type thing.
It's all intensive all the time.
So, but I mean, people do it. People in medical school, people in dental school still like find a way. You just have
True.
to like
It's just a lot of discipline,
make it.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that we've talked about like on past episodes as well. Like if it's something you're motivated to succeed in, like you'll find a way to do it regardless, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to find somebody that I can like go with,
True,
like
that's a good thing.
an accountability partner,
True.
because it's gonna be tough to like get myself up that morning, like every morning.
Yeah. I think it's just like mainly about routine, which I think is important.
Yeah,
But I'm sure you'll like slip into it pretty easily. Um, so how did you like get into doing
yeah.
strength training?
I mean, originally in high school, I played football and soccer. I mean, mostly like strength training was mostly football, but we did a little bit of lifting and soccer. So that's where I learned most of my like core foundation stuff,
True.
squatting, benching, deadlifting, stuff like that.
Yeah. You had a lot of pretty good
I
basics.
was really lazy in high school though, so I kind of just did what I had to.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was more like the coach telling me to do it, not so much me doing it to get in shape.
I
And
feel
I think
that.
that's a big difference.
Yeah, that is true. It's like it's different when someone's telling you to do something versus you doing it yourself. Like if you're motivated to do something, it's generally a lot easier than if someone's like, "Oh, do this, do that," and then as soon as you don't have that person anymore, you're just like, "Well, fuck this. I'm not gonna do it anymore."
Yeah,
Good extensive
you're still
answer
there?
there. Yeah, yeah, I'm still here. You can hear me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know if you were cutting out.
No, you're fine. Um, yeah. So then you kind of got into college, and then you fell off the wagon a little bit in terms of working out and stuff.
More so in terms of lifting.
True.
I think there's a lot of factors in that.
Alcohol.
Like when you get to college, no, well later on, yeah. Once I turned 21, I didn't drink till. But
Ben was a good
I
boy.
don't know, like
He only did it
going,
when it was legal.
yeah, going to the gym in college like by yourself is really intimidating because you got like a bunch of like frat stars there, and they're all
Frat stars. Yeah,
like lifting heavy weights.
that's true. Well,
I mean,
well,
that's the way I thought. They
it's
all
all
have
it's all
like,
relative, dude. I mean, I remember like when I first went in the gym, I saw like three guys that were clearly just on steroids, and I was just like, well, fuck, I'm never gonna bench 225 because that's what they were benching, and I was like, well, damn. And now I'm probably stronger
Yeah.
than them. But I mean, it's yeah, it takes time. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is relative. It's just, yeah, it was just really, obviously there were guys that lifted a lot more intensely than me,
True.
like, and it showed. And so when I'm like benching like 135 and they have like 225, like I'm just gonna be like, well, shit, this sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So you got like a
so
little
I got
bit
more into
more.
running.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. And then that kind of took
I
over
did,
for a while.
yeah. So I wasn't like completely out of shape. I was pretty good at running.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, I think just junior year I just went completely off the rail and like I didn't do anything. It was like a lot of intense classes and
Yeah, yeah.
like you said, like if you don't have like a like commitment to it, it's easy to get off
No, dude,
set.
like I've
So
totally been there. It's easy to do. Like if you don't, if it's not a priority for like a lot of people, it isn't. You know, like education is probably well, it's supposed to be your number one priority when you're in school, and you're also like super involved as well. So you have that. I mean, it just life happens.
yeah, I got involved with a lot of yeah. But fortunately in dental school you pretty much only have to go to classes. They don't really expect you to do too much
Yeah,
extracurricular involvement. So
I mean that kind of works out.
that's yeah, but they definitely make up for it in terms of your class load.
Yeah, yeah, dude,
But
it doesn't sound super fun. So kind of how did you get back into lifting like more recently then? That was a little bit to
uh,
do with me.
yeah, you I mean like you invited me in the spring, like early in January.
Yeah,
You're like, well, if you want to come, you can come at like 6:30. And then I remember you were kind of like pretty doubtful that I was gonna go.
true.
And then I was like, well, I guess I'll prove him wrong. And then I think yeah, for the first like month or so, it was just like proving you wrong because I felt like every time I went, you were like, oh shit, he's going.
Yeah, because everyone I usually invited to train with me like just wouldn't come.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I never really done. I mean, we'd done morning workouts in like high school, but like going with you was like a lot different with like
true,
college classes and everything.
true. I think it
But I
was.
mean, what'd you say?
Sorry. Yeah, it definitely was different. I think it was kind of cool that you know, we're two very different people in the gym. Like, obviously, I take it pretty seriously, and for you, it's just like a means to an end in terms of like looking better and stuff. So I think that was kind of like an interesting combination, and it was cool because I think obviously like you learned a lot because you've made like pretty astounding progress since like we started lifting together, working together, and I think also for me like it kind of
Yeah.
helped me put things in perspective a little bit about how you know maybe I was a little bit stronger than I thought I was, and maybe that you know it's not like the be all and end all as I perhaps perceived it was before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, like it really sucked the first like 2 weeks. I mean, it sucked the whole time actually. I'm not gonna lie, because like even when I got pretty good at squatting, I would squat and like
Wait,
people would be
pause
like,
a
okay,
sec.
that's respectable. Yeah.
Pause a
Yeah, we're
sec.
back. And then yeah, so um, for me, like once I like was able to like get a gauge for like what I could squat, what I could bench, what I could deadlift, that's when it got more exciting for me because then I knew like what I could build on.
True.
So I think for the first like week or two, like it was just finding your gauge, and even when I've been like pretty consistent with going, um, once you like start like something new, like skull crushers, for instance, you want to like see what you can do before you like try to like go too hard in it, because you could like hurt yourself pretty easily with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I feel that.
So, so like seeing myself like progress after I gauge like my initial like weight is it's pretty like fun to see.
That's true. I think you raised a good point as well. Actually, like two good points about having kind of a progression put in place so you could like have something to build on, but also having like someone to hold you accountable. Would do
Yeah.
you think like for a lot of people just getting into lifting like that's something that you definitely need and you've benefited from?
Wait, say that one more time. You cut
Oh,
out.
no, it's fine. What I was saying is like you raised a good point about having like some level of progression, but also someone to hold you accountable. Do you think that that's something that people should really try and find when they start lifting?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, half the battle is just going in there. Like, and, well, maybe even more than half the battle. And so for me, like, if I'm not feeling it that day, like, if you have like somebody that you're going with, they're gonna be maybe it's a good day for them. They're gonna be like, all right, let's go. And
True.
so like they'll kind of like drag you along, and you'll kind of just have to go.
Yeah.
And for most of the time, it was you dragging me along. But uh, having somebody else like to hold you there is really important. They always stressed in high school. The coach always like stressed it to like have somebody accountable and also so that somebody could spot you.
That's true. Yeah,
But
that's definitely
like I
something I
said, I
miss
didn't really
now.
care in high school.
True.
So
Yeah, I mean now it's like I mean I do
yeah,
self on racks on the bench press, but like the other day I was trying to do like 265, which yeah, I have a poverty bench, but I was trying to bench 265 by myself, which is like a relatively high percentage for me. And I had to like ask one of the girls that works at the gym like if she could spot me, and it's just like super awkward. It's not as fun, and I also don't get your balls in my face, and
yeah,
obviously that was the highlight of my week. So,
yeah.
but yeah, no, I think
I don't get it.
you don't get what.
I feel like I feel like most people are really like it's really like not a big deal for them to spot you, but for some reason I feel like it's always awkward to like ask somebody to spot you. I don't
Dude,
know what it is.
it's so awkward. Like I mean, especially for me because there has to be like a specific way that they spot me. You know what I mean? Like if they touch the bar too quickly, like I'm probably gonna kill them. Um, and it's just awkward as well, like because you just don't know the person.
Yeah, and if they don't know how to spot, like you're screwed.
Yeah,
So
you really are. It can ruin everything, man. Like let's say you get that finally you get that like 315 bench press and the guy touches it on the way up, doesn't count
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
It's sad. Um, yeah. So like, how did you ever do like a program before like I started doing some programs for you? Like, had you ever done a program before or anything like that?
No, not really. Like I said in high school, they kind of just told you what to do for football, and you kind of just did it.
Yeah,
Um, but no, not like a routine like workout regimen.
that's cool.
So
So what do you?
but having one is really helpful, I'd say, because
Yeah,
it, like I said, you track your progress, um, and like 5 sets of five really help because like I always try to increase the last set by one,
yeah. I
like
think
one increment.
I like a lot of the things that like you do in your training, like where one of the things you do is like you'll do the first three sets of like let's say 225, and then the last two sets will be like 245. I think it's pretty cool because it helps you like acclimate
Yeah,
to maybe the next week of training, and also just like helps you move heavier weight, and
yeah,
you're really getting that progressive overload, which I think is important.
yeah. And then like the following week, I'll do 2 sets of 225, and then like 3 sets of 245,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, it's
So
good.
one set going up. So I think
True.
it's a really conservative way to like move up weights and like
Yeah, because I think
be safe
you are pretty
about it.
pathetic when it comes to trying to push yourself.
Yeah, I really don't push myself too often.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the last time like we lifted together, and you had to do 225 for like as many reps as you could, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it for five. And I was like, nah, dude, you got more, and I kept pushing you, and you got eight, and you probably could have got 10, but you wimped out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Deadlifts, I honestly are weird. Like it's the only workout that I've ever injured myself in.
Yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about
Almost
that?
twice, almost twice. Like the first time I just injured it right off the bat, just lifting, and the second time it just felt weird.
Yeah. The first time was
So
crazy though. Like you did 135 fine, 155 fine, and then you tried to like pull 185, and it's just like instantly you just like killed yourself.
yeah, I don't know, something about like the tailbone just like went crooked or something. It was like really painful.
It was funny as well because I think that was like the first time you deadlifted in flat shoes, and prior to that you'd like only ever been using trainers, and obviously like flat shoes are supposed to be obviously the better way, and somehow they just fucked everything up for you.
I don't know. I think it was the weight. I wasn't ready for 185 at that point. I think I was trying to go too much too fast.
That's true. That's true.
But but no, when I do flat shoes now, I feel better.
That's good.
Especially for squatting actually, because of my knee injury.
Oh, true.
If I squat in trainers, like my knee will feel like it's about to burst open. But flat shoes, it's like a lot. It feels a lot better.
Yeah, that brings me on to like an interesting point as well, like the depth of your squats and how that's changed.
A little bit.
I think a lot is more apt
Yeah.
when we first
It's
started.
tough, man.
No, it is. The first step is accepting it though.
Yeah. It's just honestly just I feel like it just comes down to a little bit of flexibility. Like you just have to get flexible enough to get that low.
True, true. Yeah, mobility is like pretty important. I think just like abil just acclimation to the movement over time as well like helps a lot. Because I think like when we first started working out together and you were doing like 135, you go down like maybe two-thirds of the way and it'd be really tough for you. But I think now, you can squat like you squatted 275 a while ago. It's a pretty good depth. And I think, it makes it a little bit easier
Yeah.
to squat that 135 all the way to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, the stronger you get in like those core muscles, like it's obviously going to be easier to go lower.
That's very true. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So what are some of your goals like now? You're just trying to get that those six pack abs?
Well, it's tough because I mean, at least for my body, like if I'm consistently lifting, I'm not going to be like any form of attractive body because I'm also going to be putting on like fat, a little bit of fat.
Yeah,
So like right now, I don't have access to a gym really. I mean, I have access to the apartment gym, but that's not really anything.
true.
So I've just been running and honestly just trimming a lot, like shredding a lot the
That,
past like week.
dude, that's awesome, man.
So, but I mean, once I go back, I want to just get back into a routine. I want to do a little bit more running because I feel like I'm going to gain a lot of weight in dental school with all the stress anyway. So
True.
I want to like lift 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, so you said like some of your goals just to get that super lean body and just kind of do a bit more running as well as your lifting. Kind of live just like a balanced lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, like we were saying, like dental school is going to be really intense, so I don't want to like go in with these super high expectations of like increasing my like deadlift and increasing my squats like a super high amount. So it's
Yeah,
almost like I'm just gonna now that I've gotten them to like a respectable weight, I want to like almost just maintain them.
yeah, yeah. I think that's
So
fair.
when I have time over like break, I can like focus more on like increasing weights. But
Yeah, you can kind of only focus on like one thing at a time.
Yeah,
you have to prioritize one thing and just like do your best at everything else to with the extra time that you have, which obviously for you is going to be extremely limited.
yeah. Unless you're like an Olympic athlete where you're pretty much just training every day, it's really hard to balance like weightlifting and cardio.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's difficult, but at the same time, I have, it's 2 hours of my day in the morning that I'm spending in the gym, whereas you're trying to do like 2 hours in the gym and running and dental school, and I think that's, it's a little bit challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's cool.
yeah.
Like, I think that what we're doing with your program is cool as well. Like, you're gonna be on 3 days a week, just kind of, like you said, just maintaining as best you can, and also fitting in that cardio as well to try and help you shed some of those
I've been
pounds.
doing yeah, I've been doing like my friend told me he every morning he does 50 push-ups in the morning, 50 push-ups in the evening. And I thought, okay, that's a decent way to like kind of like increase my bench. And like I was like really surprised. Like I was plateauing there for a while on bench and like
Truth.
mainly just doing like 135. And
Yeah.
then like last time I went, which was only a week or two into like doing 50 push-ups every morning and evening, I did 185 for a set of five,
Damn.
which is like a really big spike for me.
Yeah, I think it like stuff like that really does help, especially like when you're just starting out. I think any way you can to just any way you can help yourself like get into more volume or like just more practice in a
Yeah.
movement is gonna help you for sure.
Just two sets of 25 in the morning, like when you're getting dressed or like right before you eat breakfast or something like that, and then two sets of 25 in the evening while you're like brushing your teeth or like right before you take a shower. And like it's really easy. It's really easy to remember.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's dope, man. It's dope. All right,
yeah.
well, let's wrap this up. Um, so if you want to follow Ben on Instagram, you can. You should. He's funny. His name
Yeah.
is
I don't post a lot.
he doesn't post ever. His name is Leave Miley Cyrus Alone
With two S's.
with two S's. Um, if you want to follow
Yeah.
me on Instagram, but I also don't post ever. It's at Alex Gwyn, or you can just follow College Strength on Instagram because I post on that like 4 times a day. Follow us on Twitter at college_strong. Um, what else? Oh, buy our shit at collegestrength.org. Sign up for coaching. Ben is a pretty shining example of how good I am at coaching. Yeah, Ben's showing off the t-shirts right now, so snag one of those up while we have them left. Sign up for coaching while we still have a few spots left. Read my blog, and we will be back again next week. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do with the show, but it'll be something next Sunday. So thank you very much for watching, and it's bye from Ben
Bye.
and bye from me.